Hello everyone. In this particular session, we are going to discuss about Terraform with GCP cloud provider. We will see what is Terraform, how to use Terraform with a particular GCP cloud provider. Let's jump into the session. So while coming to introduction to Terraform, we will discuss about what is Terraform and how we need to use it. Terraform is a open source infra tool which is developed by HashiCorp. Okay, this is the logo of HashiCorp Terraform logo. Terraform, what it will do, it will define and present the infrastructure using HCL language, that is called HashiCorp configuration language. We will see what is its syntax and all in the upcoming slides. So what is IAC? IAC is nothing but infrastructure as a code. With the help of code, we will pass a set of instructions and we will provision our infrastructure in the GCP cloud resources. So using Terraform, we can write our own code and we can set up the infrastructure in GCP cloud. So that's why Terraform basically fits into IAC category, that is called infrastructure as a code. With the help of Terraform, we are going to create the following resources in GCP. For example, for compute engine service, we are going to create multiple virtual machines. When coming to this cloud storage, we will create lot of buckets and we will see how to store files, images in that buckets and how to back up those buckets. That also we are going to see with the help of Terraform code. And we are also going to discuss how to create VPC, different subnets, firewall rules using Terraform code. Not only these three things, we are also going to discuss multiple GCP resources using Terraform. In this particular session, we are going to see the below things. Understanding Terraform HCL, what are arguments, what are blocks, what are simple variable types in Terraform, complex variable types in Terraform, what is a Terraform set, how to call declared variables, and mostly used variable types in Terraform, and what are the uses of variables in Terraform. So these are all the things that we are going to discuss. Let's understand the Terraform HCL. Terraform code should be written in HCL language, that is called HashiCorp configuration language. We need to understand the basic Terraform syntax and rules in the particular HCL language that we are going to discuss. Whatever the files that we write in Terraform, mainly they will be with .tf extension. If you see on the screen here, main.tf, it is one file of the it is one file with .tf extension, that is main.tf. So what are arguments and what are blocks, we are going to discuss in this particular slide. Arguments are nothing but which are assigns a particular value to a particular name. Means if you see here, we have two things here, image underscore id. On the right side, we have abc123. So this complete thing, we can call it as a argument. And we have one identifier that is equals to. Whatever on the LHS side, that is image underscore id, this we can call it as a argument name. Whatever on the RHS side, that is ABC123, this we can call it as a argument value. So basically, a argument consists of two values, argument name on the LHS side and argument value on the RHS side. This argument value on the right side, it may be anything. It may be a string, like in double quotes, like hello. It may be a number, like any numerical value. It may be a Boolean value, like true or false with double quotes, or it may be a list. List means sequence of strings. So, for example, you can see here, or it may be a map. If you see here, maps are nothing but key value pairs with key as name and value as mabel and key as age and value as 52. So what are the strings numbers we are going to discuss? Just for now, just understand argument as a this kind of example, like image underscore id abc123. What is a block? Block is a container for multiple components. Suppose if you see here, this is a provider block. With the help of provider block, we are going to communicate with Google Cloud Platform. Each block starts with a open brace and it ends with a close brace. Inside this, we have multiple components. These we can call it as a arguments. Each one is a argument having an argument name and argument value as discussed in the above. So what are the simple variable types in Terraform? Let's discuss one by one. So first thing is string. String is a normal simple variable and also number. Number also it's one of the simple variable type. So we have one sample example, simple variable.tf that I will show practically once we start the demo. So just remember this. Before that, we will discuss what is a string. So basically, strings are defined with this particular naming convention. Means see here, this is, string is a variable type, so that's why we are declaring it as variable in double quotes. This is a variable name. Whatever the variable name, we need to pass in double quotes. After that, open brace, close brace. In between, we need to use this default keyword. And what is the string value? That is hello Terraform. We need to provide here. So this total thing, it's a string variable type. So always strings are enclosed in double quotes. Okay. So integer, how to define the integer? So integer, it's a variable type. So we need to declare it with variable in double quotes. We need to give the name of that integer. So I'm giving it as my integer, open brace and then close brace. This is one variable block. Default equals to number. Since it is an integer, I'm just passing integer. Integer, no need to pass in double quotes. Just put it as usual, like 100 value. So this is a sample variable block examples for string and a integer. We are also having complex variable types in Terraform. So for example, list, it's a complex variable type. Similarly, map as well. These two are complex variable types. So we will see one more example, complex variable.tf in further upcoming demos. That there I will show clearly how to declare these and how to call these. Before that, we will see the basic syntax of a list and map. If you see here, whatever in this block you are seeing, it is a list. List, we have two kind of things: list with integers, list with strings. If you see here, this is a variable block, so we are declaring it with variable in double quotes. This is my list. It is user defined. We can provide whatever we want in double quotes, open brace, close brace. Under default session, I am going to pass particular integer values 1, 2, 3. So this is, we call it as a group of numbers. That's why it is a list with integers. The second thing is list with strings. See here, it starts with again variable keyword my list underscore one. This is my variable name. In default session, what I am going to do, I am going to pass multiple strings. Hello is one string and world is one string. Like this, we can pass n number of strings here. So that's why it is called list with strings. So this is totally about list. Remember one thing, in list we can have duplicates. Suppose instead of 1, 2, 3, I can also place it as 1, 1 and 3. The same value can be repeated any number of times. Means duplicate values are allowed in list. Same as here strings, I can use the same strings n number of times. List is one variable type which allows duplicate values. Okay. Similarly, on the right side, you can see here map. This is the syntax for map variable type. It is a complex variable. So if you see here, we need to declare with variable word again. In double quotes, we need to pass my map. This is my map name. Inside this, in braces, we need to put default. After that, see, map always follows a key value pair. Whatever you are seeing here on the LHS side, company name, profile and experience. These are called keys, and Amazon, DevOps Engineer and 15. These are called key value pair. So left side is a key, it is a value. So this is how key value will be placed along the LHS and RHS side. This is a basic map syntax. What is a set? Set is another variable type in Terraform, but set is almost similar to the list which we discussed earlier. But the difference between set and list is, suppose if you see here list, it has four numerical values 5, 1, 1, 2. Here in list, what happens means duplicate values are allowed. So one is repeated twice here. Whereas if you take a set, in set all values should be unique. We should not declare any duplicate values in set. That's why here all values are independent and different. 1, 2, 5. That is a major difference between set and a list. Okay. Now we discussed about the variable types. Let's see about some practical sessions now, how to declare and how to call the variables. Let's jump into the session. Okay, let's go back to our Cloud Shell. So if anyone is following my GCP tutorials, beginner series, they should be aware how to use this Cloud Shell editors. Okay, so I'm just using this GCP account here. So on the right side, if you see here, there is one Activate Cloud Shell. If you click on this Activate Cloud Shell, you will land this particular Cloud Shell editor. By default, this Cloud Shell editor comes with Terraform. So if we need to take the Terraform version, what we need to do? We need to just use Terraform hyphen version. So what it will do? It will display the Terraform version. If you see here, currently it is having Terraform version 1.5.7. Means Terraform is already built predefinedly in the Cloud Shell editor. Okay, this is how I want to show this. So Terraform is installed. So we are ready to go. We can start our practical demo sessions for variables, simple variables and complex variables. Now first let me show the simple variable type. So I have already my files in my desktop. So what I need to do? I need to upload. To upload my file, what I need to do? I need to click on three dots. I need to just click on upload option. Just click on upload. Just I need to choose my variable type. Respective file, just go to desktop. Just I will select as of now simple variable type. Okay, to explain the demo. Okay, if I come down, see here, there is one file with name simple variable. Just select this particular variable type and just upload. So this is a .tf terraform file. So this file will be uploaded now. Let me show that particular file. Just type ls here. See here, our file will be ready here. So simple variable.tf. My file is ready. Let me show the contents inside that. Let me clear the screen and show it clearly. Okay. So cat simple variable.tf. This is my file. If you see here in this particular simple variable, I have declared two things. One is string variable and integer variable. So already we know what is a variable block, how we need to define what is a string and how to define a string and how to define a integer. So now this is a basic syntax. So each Terraform file will ends with .tf extension. Remember this. So it's a simple hyphen variable .tf file which is having two variable types. One is a string, one is a integer with variable blocks. Okay. Now what I need to do, I just need to call these variables using my command console. Okay, let me call this. To do this, first what I need to do, I need to use a Terraform command called console. If I use Terraform console, what happen? It will uh, it will allow me to go inside one particular command prompt so that I can able to call those variables. Suppose if I want to call this my string value, what I need to call? I need to call with name var dot. What is my string name here? My string. If I call with my string, what happens? It will display whatever the value stored in that. See here, currently it is displaying in double quotes hello Terraform means this particular my string name holds this value, hello Terraform. Okay. If I want to call this particular my integer value, how I need to call? Just use var dot my integer. So if you use this, what happens? It will display my integer value. So if you see here, currently my integer, this variable holds this particular 100 value. This is how we can declare this particular integers in .tf file, and we can call those with the help of var.mystring, var.myInteger. So string is declared in double quotes, integer is declared in normal value. This is a sample example for simple variable.tf. Let's break this and let me explain the complex variable types. For that, what I need to do? I need to upload that particular complex variable file. So let me click on three dots. Let me upload. Just click on choose files. Go to desktop. Just select that particular complex variable.tf file. If we come down, it will be somewhere here. See here, this is complex variables file. So let me upload this complex variables.tf file. Just click on upload. So once it is transferred, just close this. To check this, just type ls. See here, we have this particular file called complex variables.tf. So now let me show you what is that inside that particular file. Let me clear the screen and let me show that cat complex variables.tf file. So this particular, it includes list with integers. Suppose if you see here 1, 2, 3, this is a sequence of integers. That's why it is a list with integers, and also it consists of list with strings. Suppose this variable my list underscore one, it is having two strings. Hello is one string and world is one string. So it is a list of strings. Next one is map. Already we discussed, right? Map is nothing but a key value pair. So this is a key, this is a value. This is a key profile, this is a value. DevOps engineer. Experience is the key and 15 is the value. So all maps are declared with key value pair. So if I want to call any list, I need to do with same var dot this particular name my list, var dot my list underscore one, var dot my map. Let me show you one particular example. What I'm going to do, var dot. So before this, what I need to do, I should be inside Terraform console. So to call the variables, so this command is must and should Terraform console. Just click on that. What I need to do now, I need to call this my list. So how to call this my list? Just use var dot my list. So if we call with that particular variable name, what it will show? It will show all the values, list of strings, sorry, list of numbers. See here, currently it is showing 1, 2, 3. This is how we can call a list of numbers like this. So I can call similarly a map also. So how to call this map variable type? Just I need to type var dot this particular map variable name, my map. Okay, just use var dot my map and just click enter. What it is showing? It is showing all the key value base that map is having. Experience 15, company name Amazon, and profile equals to this one. Similarly, I can call my list underscore one also. So how I can call var dot my list underscore one. It is like a sequence of strings, list of strings. Okay. If you see here, what it is showing, hello is one string and world is one string. This is how we can call a particular list using var.mylist. We can call a map using var.mymap. We can call a list of strings using var.mylist underscore one. This is how we can call a particular variable type in Terraform using Terraform console. So just now, so we have discussed simple variable type and complex variable type with a practical demo as well. Now let's go back to our PPT. So similarly, set is also same. Already we have discussed, so nothing to worry about that. So how to call your variables? So I have shown you, right? So to call any variable, just var dot myvar. There is also some another method. We can use this dollar symbol in double brace. We can use var dot myvar. This is also works fine. We can use any one, but I choose the first one. So map also we can call with a different name var dot my map. So we can call each individual name also. So this is a syntax to call a particular map variable. So to call a list, what happens? We need to use var dot my list. Yes, we can call that particular list. If you want each individual list number, we can use it index 0, 1, 2, 3. It will display each value of a list. This is how we can call the declared variables. So normally, in general, list and map are the commonly used variable types in Terraform. Sometimes we will use string and number also, boolean also, but they were used very less, somewhat less when compared to this list and map. But it is good to know all the variable types so that whenever it is required, we can use them. And what is the use of variables? So far we have discussed, right? What is the basic use means? Variables we can kept in a separate file. We can keep them all the variables, and we can use reusably whenever we want. We can call that particular variable that we are going to see in the upcoming sessions. This is about uh, Terraform variables, simple and complex, with a brief explanation with a practical demo. That's all for today. So the remaining things will be covered in the session 2. Okay, just wait for the updates. Thank you, everyone.